Hello everyone, this is another market moment with Randy Williams-Gary, and hey, thanks for tuning in today. We're actually a day late this week, so we're recording on Wednesday afternoon. The market is impressive. It's the small cap Russell 2000 hit a record today, and that's a very good leading indicator generally of how the market's going to trade over the next 6 to 12 to 18 months. And then we've got a lot of participation in some of the value names, which included the money center banks, the travel related names, and the airline stocks. And the reason why is because we have two vaccine candidates that look like both are going to be approved very quickly. And so we had very good results, and those are going to create an economy that can open up a lot quicker. And so that's exciting. That's exciting for earnings and for companies, and for a lot of reasons stocks have taken off. The bad news is, of course, the virus is out of control, and that's going to slow things down. But I do think we'll get a new, if we get, or when we figure out who's going to be president. I think it's been figured out, but and the market, I think, has figured it out, and I think the market's moved on. And so I think we will get a stimulus package. We've got the Fed basically on the sidelines for a long time here. And so I think earnings, the leverage in the earnings model, you're going to see it. And that is going to be exciting for investors to see, because we're going to have companies continue to beat earnings, because I don't think they'll bring back all their employees at once. And, I think they're going to hesitate to bring back as many people to work as we had before. And that's good for earnings, and that's why stocks, I think, are still the best deal in town versus bonds and versus cash. So I think people know that, and they're buying, and they're sticking with their winners, and now they're trying to find some of these names that may come back as the economy opens up. And I don't know if that's a great strategy or not. I think you should have an asset allocation model. I think you should have had exposure to large value names, so that when the last 10 days when they went up a lot, you benefited from that. That's what we did for our clients. But I do think, as far as the market's concerned, I think it's headed higher. And I think 2021 is going to be a very good year for stocks. I just wish we didn't have to go through this next, 8 weeks to 6 months and figure out the virus, and it's just not been handled very well, in my opinion. But the stock market, it doesn't really have an emotional personality. So sometimes it does with some fear, but as far as looking at the economy and the recovery, it is looking forward and further out, and it sees good things. So you should too. Okay. If you need any help with your portfolio, we'd be happy to, help you out. Take a look at what you got and see if we can make any suggestions. In the meantime, I want to wish you and your family, great Thanksgiving and hopefully a holiday season, even though it's going to be impacted by COVID. Maybe you can figure out a way to make it special. Okay? Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.